Hey there, welcome back to Tyler and LeBrain. This is episode 2. In the first one, if you remember, we were talking about Nickelback. Now, we're probably going to be treading on a sensitive topic here with some people, but Nickelback, the vocal delivery, I know somebody, you know somebody who thinks that it's a little similar to a band that we both like called Monster Truck.
You know, when I heard that, it wasn't even a thought. When I first heard Monster Truck, funny enough, guess who they opened for when I saw them?
I don't know.
Deep fucking
There you go.
Purple.
They opened for Deep fucking Purple.
And you know those bands don't go out and get the first alternative band they see.
No, Deep Purple are not going to hire the latest grunge band out of Hamilton, Ontario. They're going to hire a rock band.
So that was my first indication that, okay, this could be good. As far as Monster Truck is, I mean, with those kind of bands, and I'm talking about Deep Purple, like we just said, they don't get, maybe the crowd might like them. Mind you, those opening bands, they always come on when not a lot of people are in the hall yet.
Of course, yeah. They're playing to fewer people, yeah.
But I will say that when I went to see Aerosmith one time, they did put a band on I wasn't really a big fan of. Now, they're not in the range of Nickelback whatsoever, but I think they were called Fuel.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't whatever. But, I mean, I can bear it.
Yeah.
I was playing there. I can attest to that. But at the same time, it could have been worse.
It's not like when they came here last time with Slash and Miles Kennedy. That would have been a cool show.
Yeah.
Much more appropriate to Aerosmith.
I kind of regret missing that show, although I'm not paying all that money just for one fucking band.
But back to Monster Truck.
Yes.
The controversy is, do they sound like Nickelback or do they sound like not Nickelback? And I gotta say, I've discussed this with somebody recently, and that somebody has very, very hardcore opinions on this, that they are nothing but a Nickelback clone band. And I keep telling them, fucking Nickelback don't have the Hammond organ, and Nickelback don't have any kind of bluesy, greasy soul to them at all. They're just homogenized crap. They're basically pop rock when you think about it.
Yeah. Now, I will say this about this individual we were talking about.
Should we say the name? Should we say it?
Well, I never really called him Uncle, but I call him Meat.
Chop. Some people call him Meat Chop.
Not anymore. No, I will say this about him. I've known him a long time now, probably since my late teens, I'm going to say.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if he was at that Rush concert with us, but he might have been.
I remember meeting him on the way to a Blue Jay game with Troy and Tom.
Oh, wow.
And ever since I've known him, great guy. I've looked up to him musically. Yeah. He's always, I've always asked him about this band or that band, or or just discussing fun things. It's always been a great dude to me.
Absolutely. We don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. We love Uncle Meat, and he works really, really hard every year entertaining us at Sausage Fest. But when it comes to Monster Truck, he's not right at all. He's totally wrong.
Well, I have to say, this is one subject I actually do disagree with him, and it's hard to disagree with some of these people because they are so musically more expanded than I am.
Oh, and they've got the years of musical experience on top.
He's been in a band,
he's a great singer. I mean, he knows something about singing.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not like he doesn't have any musical knowledge. I've gotten a lot of knowledge from him, Tom, and obviously you. And
Tom is one of the... I like to say that Tom is one of the Jedi Masters who instructed me. He
has many
Max Webster and blues and jazz and all that stuff.
Some of the best education I've gotten.
Yeah, and people who don't know Tom, he is... one of the most important. He's one of the most important rock fans in Canada. Southern Ontario, Canada. His collection is unrivaled. He used to own his own record store. He used to sell vinyl, CDs. He was the guy to go to if you had a large collection of good rock, blues, jazz, or country to sell. He would give you top dollar. He knows his music inside and out.
He has also helped me out with my collection.
Some of my favorite bands are ones that Tom introduced me to. Fu Manchu. I remember we were at a staff party, and I think this would have been about summer of '97, and it was the owner's backyard we would have the staff party in. Tom brought this CD by this band called Fu Manchu. He's like, "Oh, you gotta hear it." You know the voice, right? You gotta hear this band, Fu Manchu. Time to release the hatch. And he keeps quoting this one line from the song, I think it's Saturn V, from the album In Search of Fu Manchu. Time to release the hatch. And that was his line, Tom's line. Queens of the Stone Age, Brant Bjork, Caius. These are all Tom bands. I call them Tom bands. Tom got me into those bands big time, and I bought two albums in one night because Tom said you have to buy these albums. One of them was Chevy, and the other one was Brant Bjork's very first solo album, Halamanta.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah, it's an awesome album.
Actually, I have a lot more now. But
yeah, me too. But that was an album that he said, "Oh, you got to hear it, but it's different. It's like Fu Manchu meets like laid back Beach Boys." Like, okay.
I don't remember that description. I do remember, however, what he said about Chevy. This is not Black Sabbath, but it will sound similar in voice.
Yes.
And then, so I'm just, okay, right on. I wonder what this is like. How many people sound like Ozzy? Seriously.
Very, very few.
It's a distinct vocal sound.
Yeah.
I go home and listen. Actually, I was in the car when I listened. I was like, holy shit. How does this happen? Not that it's a bad thing. I was just how does that happen? So I got addicted pretty much right away with them.
Well, that's all I've got for today, man. I just want to say fuck you, Uncle Meat, and what do you want to say?
Dave's not here.